Today's video is sponsored by Blue Ellie. Hey everyone, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and welcome to Bunches of Lunches around the world. In today's video, I'm super excited to share 4 hot lunch ideas and recipes. These were sent in to me by some of my awesome subscribers. And you guys, because these are all hot lunches, I'm going to be using the new Blue Ellie food jar with the easy grip lid and the built-in spoon. You guys, I'm absolutely obsessed with these food jars, and I'm going to be sharing with you more about them throughout this video. Today, I'll be sharing lunch ideas from India, Egypt, Germany, and Japan. If you have a lunch idea you'd like to send in, first make sure you're subscribed. Then you can send in your lunch idea using the link in the description box below. And while you're there, if you are a Bunches of Lunches super fan, you can check out the Luna Lunchbox coloring page. Luna Lunchbox is the official mascot of Bunches of Lunches. You can also check out my free lunch planning printable. This can definitely help make meal planning fun and easy. And now you guys, it is time for me to stop blabbing and start making the lunches. Okay guys, we're kicking things off with a lunch idea sent in by Emily from Japan. And for her lunch, Emily requested my personal favorite Japanese dish, so I can't wait to share it with you guys. For this dish, I'm going to need some good Japanese style sticky rice. And to cook this super fast, I'm just going to add it into my Instant Pot. And now comes the fun part. To go with the rice, I'm also going to prepare some Japanese style curry. That's right, you guys, my favorite Japanese dish is kare rice. To my pan on medium heat, I'm going to start by drizzling a little bit of olive oil. Then I can go ahead and get my chicken into the pan. Now, this is actually boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I really prefer dark meat in my curry, but of course you can use any meat that you prefer, or you could even leave it out. Next, I'm adding in carrots and potatoes, followed by about half of a diced onion. Now, I'm just going to keep stirring these for about 5 minutes, or until the chicken is cooked all the way through. Next, I'm going to add some water and bring it to a boil. Once it is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and add my lid on top, and then I'm going to cook this on medium for about 15 minutes. Once that is done, I can go ahead and turn off the heat, and then I'm going to go ahead and break the curry cubes into my dish. And I say cubes because they come packaged like this. They look really cool and interesting to me. You really just have to break them up, throw them in, and they just dissolve so quickly into your dish. So now that the curry is nice and melted into my dish, I'm going to go ahead and cook this for 5 more minutes, stirring constantly until my sauce thickens up. And doesn't that look good, you guys? It smells amazing. So if I was going to pack this for school or for work, I would start by adding some of the rice to the bottom of my Blue Ellie food jar. Then I would top it with the chicken curry. And because I'm notorious for spilling, I do like to use a canning funnel to get my food into the food jar. The leak-proof Blue Ellie food jar is awesome because it uses double wall insulation, and that means it can keep your food hot for up to 12 hours, or it can keep cold foods cold for up to 24 hours. So that is pretty awesome. So now that Emily's main course is done, I'm going to move on to her fruit and veggie. First, I'm going to be adding some strawberry hearts. And on this side, I'm adding some banana coins. For her veggie, Emily requested cucumbers, and to dip them in, she also requested hummus. Next, I'm adding in a very Japanese snack. These are called vegetabaru. These come in a chisai hato shape, which means tiny heart shape. And they also say that they're salad flavor or sarara flavor, which I'm not exactly sure how to describe. For Emily's sweet treat, I'm adding in some Koala's March cookies, which is basically a bite-sized cookie with a filling. This one happens to be the strawberry flavor, but they also make a really good chocolate flavored one. And then to complete this lunch, I'm also adding in a very fun Japanese drink, which is called ramune. And this one happens to be in the pineapple flavor, which I've never actually tried before. And my taste tester for this lunch is my oldest daughter, Mackenzie.
My favorite part of this lunch was, I think, the curry. But I also like the strawberry koala cookies.
Next up, I'm going to be making Krupanchi's lunch. Krupanchi is from India, and for her lunch, I'm going to start by making something called tomato bath. Tomato bath is basically a one-pot rice dish. You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below if you've ever had it before. It's basically made with rice, tomatoes, veggies, and lots of different spices. And I'll go ahead and put the exact recipe that I'm using in the description box below so you can check it out if you want to make this yourself. Now, I'm going to be making this entirely in my Instant Pot. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my onions, my tomatoes, and all of my spices in here. Next, I'm adding in some chopped potato, about 2.5 cups of water, and then 2 cups of rice. And I'm actually using basmati rice for this. Now I'm just going to give this a big stir, and I'm going to cook this in my Instant Pot on the rice setting for 12 minutes. And check it out, you guys. This smells so amazing. I can definitely smell the cinnamon in here and the cumin. This is definitely going to be a new flavor for us. I'm just going to fluff this up a little bit and then add it into my Blue Ellie food jar. And you guys, another thing I love about the Blue Ellie food jar is the BPA-free ceramic coating on the inside. That means your food never has to touch plastic. It makes the jar super easy to clean, and you won't be left with a weird metal odor. Now moving on to Krupanchi's fruit and veggie. For her fruit, she requested a delicious sounding fruit salad. In here, I'm going to be adding in some chopped mango, some strawberries, pineapple, bananas, mandarin oranges, green apple, and watermelon. Now, I don't know about you, but this sounds so good and it looks beautiful. I'm just going to stir this all together with a little bit of lemon juice. And then to go along with this, I'm also adding in some broccoli, some carrots, and for her snack, I'm going to be adding in some popcorn. On the side, I have a very special sweet treat to add in. These are called Nice Time Coconut Biscuits. Now, I've never tried these before, so I'm excited to try them. I love anything coconut, so I bet these are delicious. And then lastly, for Krupanchi's drink, she requested a mango lassi, which is a very popular drink in India. And it's basically a blend of yogurt, water, spices, and fruit. In this case, mango. And my taste tester for this lunch is my oldest son, Jackson.
My favorite part of this lunch was the fruit salad, the cookies, and the mango drink.
This next lunch idea was sent in by Caitlin from Germany. Now for Caitlin's lunch, I'm actually going to start by making dessert first because she requested apple strudel. And I was actually able to find some that are almost ready to go at Aldi. I just have to bake them, but they do take quite a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in first. And then I can start on her main course. Caitlin requested some traditional German bratwurst. And you guys, my kids have actually had these before and they love them. These are already fully cooked, but I do want to go ahead and heat them up and add some nice grill marks to them. So I'm just going to put them on my indoor grill pan. Once these are nice and hot, I can go ahead and remove them. And then to make sure they fit really well inside my Blue Ellie food jar, I am going to go ahead and slice them in half. So I'll just add these right into here and then add my lid on. And check out the lid, you guys. This includes an easy grip strip, which makes it easy for little hands to be able to twist open. Now to go along with the bratwurst, I'm also going to be adding in a pretzel bun. These are so good. They're nice and soft. I went ahead and sliced it and then I wrapped it in some plastic wrap so it wouldn't be touching the other foods in the lunchbox. And then of course, to go along with the bratwurst, I'm also adding in some authentic German brown mustard and some sauerkraut. And I've just put a little bit of each of those in these Blue Ellie sauce containers. Now moving on to Caitlin's fruit, she requested watermelon, and then for her vegetable, I'm adding some cucumbers and orange bell peppers. And then for her snack, Caitlin requested some classic Lay's potato chips. So I'm just going to fit a few on the side here. And then you guys, check out the apple strudel. Doesn't this look so good? I actually ended up cooking this in my air fryer, so it was really fast. And now finally, to complete Caitlin's lunch, I'm going to be adding in some lemonade. And then the taste tester for this lunch is my daughter Lily.
My favorite was the bratwurst and the pretzel bread, but I didn't like the spicy mustard or the sauerkraut.
Okay guys, now that brings me to a lunch idea sent in by Jude from Egypt. Egypt happens to be one of the countries we are learning about in our homeschool right now. And to go along with our studies, I subscribe to a fun snack box which has lots of different snacks from around the world. And this month's box was from Egypt. So I have lots of different snacks and treats to choose from for this lunch. So for this lunch, I'm going to start by making Jude's main course, and she requested koshari. It's basically a mix of rice, lentils, macaroni, vegetables, and spices. Basically cook and mix those all together. Then you top them with a delicious tomato and onion sauce. You can add chickpeas in here or crispy fried onions, and you can even make it spicy if you want to by adding some crushed red pepper flakes. I will put a link to the full recipe in the description box below. So into my Blue Ellie food jar, I'm going to add the rice, lentil, and macaroni mixture. I did go ahead and season this up with a good amount of salt and pepper as well. And then of course I'm going to top this with that zesty tomato sauce. Now I would love to know in the comments down below if you've ever had koshari or if you make it yourself, because this is definitely a first for us. Now moving on to Jude's fruit, she requested a fresh peach. So I went ahead and cut this in half and removed the pit. To go along with this, I'm also adding some bell peppers, some banana muffins, and then I'm adding some extra special things as well. First, I'm going to add some of these Kano corn cones. Now these look really interesting. They kind of remind me of bugles. These ones say they are pizza flavored. And then I'm also going to be adding in some of these Duetto biscuit cookies with a date filling. And now the very last thing I'm adding in here is a lemonade. Now the taste tester for this lunch is going to be my youngest child, Griffin.
My favorite was the bars.
The date bars?
I like the pizzas too.
Now again, I want to thank Blue Ellie for sponsoring today's video. If you are interested in Blue Ellie products, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description box below so you can check them out.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.